Hello world, welcome to Mod Talk for the next Fallout 4 mini-series that I'm going to do. Main focus of this mini-series is going to be revolving around SKK's open world mod. All the quests are automatically just dumped, and then you just have all the people, the humans, the regular ghouls, and the Gen 3 synths are all replaced with feral ghouls. Although, by the time this gets uploaded, there might actually be the new update, which you could have the Gen 1 and Gen 2 synths taking over the world and replacing all those people, as in a kind of like a Skynet apocalypse instead of the normal zombie apocalypse thing, which that sounds cool too. But I'm going to do the zombie one, or feral ghouls. And of course I'm supplementing that with the zombie walkers. There is an option in zombie walkers to up the speed up to 3 times as fast, and that's exactly what I did. It definitely makes the zombies a lot more interesting. And if you also have them in even just in 10, and they're all running at you, that's a lot scarier than the slow shambly zombies. I mean, ideal real-world apocalypse, I would rather have the slow shambly zombies, because then I could just power walk away from them and be like, eat my dust, suckers, I don't even have to run, I could just walk away. Anyway, other mods that I'm doing to supplement them that aren't settlement ones, I have a loot reduction thing. Actually, SKK Open World does have automatic loot reduction thing, but I kind of have the BIS loot thing. It also de-levels the game. So part of the game, because I know quite a few mods they level to the character, but that particular mod de-levels enemies, so it'll be kind of a nice combination of some enemies that may level and some enemies at whatever the hell level that's going to happen with BIS loot. But I'm also using the unique NPCs and creatures mods, so that's cool. I've been trying that out. I like that one too. Just having the monster variety. People are dead, monsters took over the world. I think that's pretty cool. And then I have the Commonwealth Supply Cache, because, even though there's going to be a lot less loot around, and even way a lot less, because, there'll be ghouls instead of the raiders and the gunners and stuff, so. I like the idea of having, some places with some nice supply caches to go and find out. I mean, everyone's dead. They could have buried their shit, and no one would have touched it because everyone's a feral ghoul now, or eaten by a feral ghoul. Oh yeah, I also have the Combat Stalkers, SKK's Combat Stalkers. I figured there should be some people in the world, so maybe they're just all trying to kill me. Because I can still do, with SKK Open World, there's still the option to recruit settlers through either a special radio beacon that comes with the mod. I can just dump in my settlement, which is actually just a little hand radio thing. Oh, and there's also quests to rescue survivors. That's kind of neat. So that I could have settlers that are not automatically turned into feral ghouls. And I figured, you know what, might as well have some horrible people in the world trying to shoot me in the face for my delicious food and ammo and whatever. Although another thing sucking up because I'm trying not to have too many plugins. I know it's that's the eternal struggle. But then I was finding these weapon replacer mods, because some of the weapons in Fallout 4 are just bleh. So I've basically been downloading weapon replacers for pretty much every vanilla weapon, and if I could find one, I kind of made some. I don't think I screwed them up too badly, although I'm trying them out in the SKK open world, where you won't see them on gunners, or raiders, or anybody, because none of those characters exist. But it seems to be working alright so far. That makes me happy, but mostly probably half of them are things I just downloaded from Nexus to replace weapons, because, my god, some of those weapons are kinda ugly and make me sad, and I don't want to see them. Can't even tell you how much I hate pipe weapons. I really, really hate them. They just seem really stupid to me. And I don't see anyone, because you see them mostly on raiders, and I don't see them being smart enough to figure out how to manufacture a weapon that actually freaking works. And pipe weapons are just ugly, so bleh. I mean, if you have all these weapons that survive 200 years, why the hell did they even bother making, why would anyone need to make a pipe weapon? Just doesn't make sense to me. It's not like they had, you know what, they don't have 3D printers in the Fallout universe, I don't think. That's weird, because we have 3D printers. We can have 3D printed guns in our reality, and they don't have that shit in Fallout 4. I mean, they were on a war. I mean, I'm assuming that the resource conflicts was a worldwide global thing that was a giant hot mess everywhere. Although it doesn't really make sense for China to even attack the United States at all, because I think in the original Fallout was before the United States had such a large oil supply, which means it would have made more sense for China to go after Russia, because they have shitloads I think they have coal and natural gas and have a lot of it. And China has like more coal than anybody else in the world. So if they're going after natural resources, I'm kind of not sure why they would really go after the United States when Russia's right there and they have all kinds of natural resources. And I'm also not sure why no one has solar power. I mean, we have solar power in the Fallout 4. The bombs dropped 50 years into our future. Why would you nuke a country if you wanted their natural resources? If you irradiate the whole freaking place, how are you supposed to get their natural resources? I mean, doesn't make sense. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the apocalypse. Or my series, anyway. Let's see what else. Of course, I got a backpack mod. There's actually a new one that showed up on the Nexus. It's just a plain old backpack, but it looks cool. There's quite a few nice backpack mods. There's backpacks of the Commonwealth. There's the go bags. I kind of like the go bags because they're simple. They don't have like a bunch of weird scripted things. And it's like I'm trying to keep my scripted mods low because there's like an engine limitation, which makes me sad. I would have thought that it would have been more like how powerful my computer limitation is, but apparently it's a straight up engine limitation. So I'm trying not to go crazy with them. But it's really hard because there's so many good mods out there. See, I do actually still have Eleonora's armor compendium, and I still have the mercenary stuff, and then the scavenged mercenary gear, so that I can make my settlers look pretty, because the base game doesn't have very many good outfits. They are kind of sad. I think I still have the power armor, the sub-assembly required, which is kind of nice. It does make sense that there's not as much power armor stuff that anyone could get to, and that'd be a little bit harder to get. I mean, I can understand why Bethesda made it that way, because, power armor is pretty damn cool, and they probably do want to have people see that kind of playstyle. It's like, hey, we made power armor awesome, and they want to show that off right at the beginning. So that I can see that. Oh yeah, and I'm definitely going to be using Fallout 4 Seasons Autumn, just because the game starts in October. Think that, Autumn, they have a First Frost mod now, which would work, and even Winter. Ooh, I definitely have the Commonwealth, the bunnies and the chickens, because it's kind of stupid that they were only in Far Harbor. It's like, why not have bunnies and chickens everywhere? Because, yeah, that's cool. As for settlement mounts, right now I'm working on how I want Sanctuary to look, and I'm mostly happy with it. I'm using sim settlements for a lot of stuff, which helps quite a bit, because I don't have to build a bunch of stupid homes for everyone. They could just build their own damn homes as I recruit settlers. And I don't have to plant crops and shit, because that'll be taken care of. It's pretty handy. The one thing that I'm mostly disappointed with is the electrical situation. Just, I know in, the freaking vanilla game, you get the 3 janky-ass generators, and they're 3, 5, and 10 power. That's it, which is really crap. And then I think the Volt mod thing, DLC, that gave us I think that's where the fusion reactors come in. That's 100 freaking power. There's nothing in between unless you start using mods. It's just really disappointing. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the energy situation. I made all these stupid telephone poles and stuff everywhere. For some reason, they just never wants to import the wire connections properly. But you know what I was thinking? It's I live in a city. There are no power lines anywhere, because that shit's all underground. I'm making all these dumbass telephone poles. For what reason? If you have someone that can fix up a generator and power a settlement with that shit, why the hell can't someone make a hole in the ground and make that generator power through the already existing electrical lines that are obviously in the ground? Because Pre-War Sanctuary, I don't think they have any power poles either. So I'm just why did I even do this to myself? When it would have been easier for me to just edit the stupid power boxes to give 5 or 10 energy and just stick them in every freaking home. Probably do 10 energy, 10 power, and then just have a little pretend substation with an energy thing. Because I know the Sim settlements, they have the blueprint thing where you can just dump in greebles or whatever things that look like generators. They don't actually give any power, so I could just have that. And then just put and be yes, it gives us power. It magically gives power. But it's really just the electric boxes that I'm shoving into people's homes. Or there's actually solar. There's not very many solar power mods. There's 3. And I have one of them. I could just make them one of them can be 5 and one of them can be 10. And I could just stick those on the homes. Be yes, the homes are all solar powered. That's kind of what our future is. 50 years from now, which would have been when the bombs dropped in Fallout 4, or the Fallout universe, I think we're going to have, most homes are probably going to have solar power, They're going to have batteries, and you're going to see, like, independent energy grids or, non-centralized energy grids. And every home that can actually be self-sufficient with solar panels is going to have them. And everyone's going to have batteries. And if you see a power station, it's not going to be because it's supplying power anywhere. It's because it's going to be a giant battery that reroutes power from electrical independent homes to the places that don't get enough sunlight to be fully solar powered. And I don't know why the hell they don't have shit like that in Fallout 4. It makes no sense. Or the Fallout in general. It's like, should there be shitloads of solar or like any kind of alternate energy sources? I mean, they fought a resource war, and no one was developing something other than oil, coal, or natural gas for their electrical needs. Except they do have a lot of like nuclear and fusion power, so why the hell was there even a war over oil anyway? If you have fusion power, I'm pretty sure that's bucket loads, like more energy than you could ever really need, and why wasn't China stealing scientists from people all over the world so they could have fusion reactors? I don't know. I don't even know why the war doesn't make sense, is my point. Anyway, settlement building. I'm mostly happy with it. I'm trying not to pick up 5 billion different settlement mods and stuff because there's just so many good settlement mods that add stuff. And it's so hard to not have too many because settlement building isn't really the point of this series. It's a settlement and living in a world with scary-ass zombies. That's the point. The settlement is kind of a side thing, and I'm not actually going to be doing settlement building because that's what transfer settlements is for, so I could just load that shit in. Much easier that way. But I have all the walls. I have Sanctuary totally walled in. Have the log walls. There's actually 2 log wall mods. The one that has more than 3 has a whole bunch of them. They have the nice slanted walls so I could build down the ramps. I know you could just kind of do that with place everywhere, but it looks nice when you have the natural slanted looking logs going down hillsides and stuff. And then, oh my god, there's just so many nice mods. It's like, no, I don't want the settlement to look too nice. Obviously, I'm not gonna be using Institute stuff. I love the Institute's look for that, especially since I have it all retextured to not be so damn white, be more of a nice gray tone look. Anyway, and I have the the Clean and Simple Settlement Startup, the all-in-one pack. I think it might just be the vanilla ones. Yeah, it looks like it's just the vanilla settlements, which is fine, and not all of the settlements in Far Harbor. But man, is that nice to not have to worry, because all the janky houses that you would normally scrap, the Clean and Simple Settlement Startup, all the junk that you would spend forever and a day scrapping is already pre-scrapped, so you don't need to have scrap everything or any kind of scrapping mod, because it's all taken care of. No shit everywhere, because who would live, even in the apocalypse, in some dirty-ass, janky settlement? If you're building a place to live, you're gonna freaking sweep. I mean, there's brooms in Fallout 4. There's no reason why people can't sweep. I mean, you have a lot of free time, probably, because you don't have the internet. You probably don't really have games in the apocalypse. So what else are you gonna do? You're gonna clean up. Anyway, and then the buildings that normally are falling apart, those have been replaced with, already pre-done buildings, so you can just build shit into all those, and they're all ready to go. It does take out all the bathroom things. I kind of think I might try to figure out where those are in the mod and put the bathroom stuff back in so people can... I know that's stupid because no one goes to the bathroom in video games, but I want a bathroom. My settlers need to pretend to be clean, even though they clearly don't know what the hell water is because they're mostly filthy anyway. Really? No one bathes in the apocalypse? That's dumb. It's dumb. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the bulk of mods. I have a lot of texture replacer mods. Because that... Oh, I do have creative perks. I picked up creative perks. I was using the unbogus perks, but I kind of like the creative perks because they have some nice things. I did have to edit the... Because I don't think they did anything about the weapon mods, so they're all really high. Shitloads of extra damage put on, so I lowered all those. But they have some interesting perks. I'm trying that one. I kind of like that one quite a bit. I did edit some things I don't know why the hell Bethesda didn't just dump the confirmed bachelor and whatever the hell, those stupid sex appeal perks. Just put in the perk called sex appeal. It was in some of the earlier ones. I mean, it would just take care of everything. Everyone thinks you're attractive, so for role-playing purposes, it wouldn't really matter. And then I added 2% per level damage that you do to everything. I mean, the perk works the same, male and female. You're not just attracting men and women. You could just attract everybody. And you get bonus persuasion with everybody. And you could do a little bit more damage to everybody. It's like the equal opportunity perk. Everyone takes more damage except me. And everyone gets better, because I'm not really going to be persuading anyone, though. Because there's no one's alive in the open world mod. But if I was playing a normal game and actually had to persuade someone, I totally could with this perk. Oh, I also have no legendary enemies, but no legendary weapons. That's just not in the game at all. I don't like dealing with it. It's like I had to have like 3 mods just to a bunch of patches and whatever. I don't want to deal with stupid. I kind of like the legendary effects, but they're also, some of them are just freaking insanely powerful. And it's like, do I really want? I mean, it's like, most of them are junk. It's like, I could have this one on my sniper rifle that does double damage at full health. Or I could have another one that's just not as good. And that's just going to make them go away. Although I do have another mod that completely changes almost all of the legendaries to something else. Especially the garbage ones that no one cares about anyway. But that also means there's no fortified, that's hilariously overpowered. I mean, let's be real. If you have enough pieces of gear on and you just stand there, you are mostly immune to a lot of the damage in the game. Because that's how much the damage is reduced to nothing. And of course I'm using Pit Pad. Hey, if you were using Pit Pad and you like the Nuka-Cola textures, but you were sad that the stickers were messed up, that's been fixed. So I'm happy because it works and there's no weird floaty stickers everywhere. And I have tactical flashlights because it looks weird if I'm using the Pit Pad or the Pip-Boy light without a Pip-Boy. So I have the tactical flashlight. Lots of mods. I'll, of course, link them in the description so you could see, like, the 9 billion mods that I'm probably going to use at some day, maybe. So that you can maybe get some ideas for new mods that you want to see, too. And I get all my mods on Nexus, so, I mean, I don't know what the hell's on Bethesda.net. Obviously, the things that use Phase and Phase itself, which is the only mod I use that's not on Nexus, that's not going to be on Xbox, and PlayStation 4 just gets completely hosed. I don't know what the hell is wrong with Sony. Actually, I don't know what the hell's wrong with Xbox, because you don't really get very much space, I don't believe, for mods. It's like, I would never be able to play this game, because there's no room for my 5,000 gigs of mods.